Good afternoon, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer, and I hope you're all doing very well today, and I am here with something that I gotta tell you straight up is not traditional gameplay. It is not even competitive gameplay. We're not playing a league. We're not playing any other event. This is going to be my literal first time ever playing Pauper. I have never played in the tournament practice lobby. I have never played casually with friends. I have never proxied a game with of Pauper in paper. I have never done anything related to Pauper. In fact, I only started reading about it like 3 days ago from the time of the recording of this video. But here's what's going on, guys. Number one, I personally am looking for a bit of a change of pace from Modern. I will probably always have Modern as by far my favorite and most played format. I don't plan on changing that, but I hoped Pioneer would be enough of a change of pace from Modern to serve as a genuine alternative. Lately, it does not seem like that to me, and that's not to say I'll never play Pauper again. But it is to say that I'm looking for something radically different. Not that interested in playing competitive Commander, and the increased power creep and the design trends mean that Modern is a little bit too samey, both with Pioneer and with Legacy. Just from the outside looking in, I understand the differences, but it's not as different from Modern as I would hope, and I certainly do not have the time or the resources to keep up with competitive standards. So what does that leave, my friends? Well, that leaves us with a very interesting format, Pauper. And some people in my Discord have been talking up Pauper, and I am going to try it out. But I'm also in a position where I have such little free time. I am just working through the pandemic, all the usual family stuff at home, that I kind of have to carve out time for anything. And therefore I thought, well, if I'm going to learn the format, I don't want to just go into a league blind. I definitely owe it to myself to play some tournament practice lobby first. And I thought, why not share that with you? So this is kind of a window into what I do to learn a new format. And this is what I've done. I've taken a look at the MTG Goldfish top of the meta, saw that Burn was up there, and settled on it. Now, I don't think there is anything wrong in general with a Burn deck, but especially if you're new to a format and you don't really know what's going on in it, playing Burn is a tried and true, tested way to learn a format. You know, you're doing something really proactive, something that, you know, there's a lot of nuance involved at the higher levels of play, but at the entry level of play, it's pretty straight up, and this is how, you know, you learn a format, right? So anyway, I've taken a little bit of a look at some of the decks that are out there. I think if I get into Pauper, and if you guys want to see me play more of it, if I end up liking it, and of course time allowing for this, Monoblack Control is looking really, really cool, and Elves are also looking pretty cool, and that's just at first impressions, right? So I could be getting into anything and everything, but for now, we're getting into Burn. We've got some very sweet old school mountains that hail back the art from Alpha or Beta. This is Master's Edition online. One copy of Forgotten Cave, and the creatures are Gitu Lava Runner, Thermo Alchemist. Lava Spike and Lightning Bolt are obvious inclusions, and very, very powerful in the format of Pauper, of course. But ones that Modern only players may not be familiar with are Needle Drop, 1 damage to any target that was dealt damage this turn, draw a card, and Chain Lightning. I saw Chain Lightning, and I was like, you know what? I really want to play Chain Lightning. Seems awesome. I know that most of the time it is just another sorcery speed lightning bolt, but what a cool card. Hailing back from Legends. That's something very exciting to me about Pauper, is the old bordered cards. We're playing with some old cards. You know how I love that. Some copies of Curse of the Pierced Heart for recurring damage and to enable stuff like Skewer the Critics and Needle Drop. 3 copies of Searing Blaze, the 4th one is in the side. We've got Rift Bolt along with the aforementioned Skewer, and we've got what looks to me, again, first impressions, no expertise at all, the most powerful card in the deck besides maybe Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast. Look at this card. Oh man, I can't believe we're playing in a very low-powered format overall like Pauper, and Fire Blast is legal. I have to assume that this is a huge reason why Burn is a viable strategy. This card is a nutty, nutty finisher, you have to say. Half of the sideboard stuff is a little bit confusing to me. I have glanced at some lists, and I've seen some decks play fog effects. I assume that's mostly what Flaring Pain is in there for. I am, of course, copying a list from online, or rather taking a few lists from online and just kind of combining them to my own tastes. I don't really know when I'm supposed to bring in Keldon Marauders. Maybe against grindy decks, I have no idea. Smash to Smithereens, hitting artifacts and lava spiking them. Electrickery against X1 decks. The fourth copy of Searing Blaze against creature decks. Martyr of Ashes, again, against creature decks, I guess. And Molten Rain against big mana. And maybe other archetypes, but definitely against Tron. That's what our deck looks like, guys, and you are about to join me as, for the first time ever, I queue into Pauper, and it is just tournament practice lobby, obviously, so this is super casual, no stakes. I'm just going to kind of try to play quickly, get a bunch of games in, and see what the format looks like, see what the deck looks like. We got ourselves a keep. This is very exciting. We're keeping. Look at our beautiful mountains. I guess we are going to suspend a Rift Bolt. I've never really played Burn and Modern either. I've played Prowess, but they are different, right? They are different strategies. Opponent says Swamp, go. Okay, always yield. Boom. Got him. All right. We still hold up. Are we supposed to hold up these Searing Blazes? Or are we supposed to fire off 2 copies of Chain Lightning? Well, we won't have landfall anyway, so I guess it is Chain Lightning time. Obviously, we're making ourselves a little bit soft to creatures, but hey, this is exactly what I was talking about. When you don't know what to do, with Burn, you can just go upstairs. They're at a virtual 7, it's turn 2. We've drawn 2 of our 3 copies of Searing Blaze. If these were other just direct damage spells, you know, obviously we'd be in a really good spot, I assume. But, you know, if they do play creatures, this makes the draw of a mountain very, very decent. Oh, Wrench Mind. Okay. Well, down go our Searing Blazes. I guess we won't have to worry about turning those on, right? Alrighty then. Well, that's pretty rough. And there's the 3rd mountain, eh? Alright. If they have another discard effect, I guess we sack our mountains in response. Fire Blast them and hope to peel enough burn off the top to close it out. Opponent with no 3rd land drop and no play. Us with a Chain Lightning off the top. Beauteous. Seems good. Phyrexian Rager. They draw a card, they lose a life. Oh, don't mind if you do. Now they're dead to another Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Rift Bolt. And there's the Lava Spike. Wow. Wow, Pauper Burn. Pretty cool. Cast by sacrificing 2 mountains. We'll see you later. Fire Blast OP. Alright, guys. I think I could get used to this. Again, we are, you know, I will be looking, if I like Pauper, at other decks, but it's a pretty cool start. So we're against some kind of Monoblack. I've seen Monoblack control decks. I assume that's what this is. Keldon Marauders seem reasonable, I guess. I don't really know what else to play. Might try Keldon Marauders, but should I be cutting Searing Blaze? Sure. I think I will. Again, I'm not going to think too hard about this. We're just trying to get games in, and based on what I saw there, I think I don't want conditional or reactive cards so much in hand. I want to just like be able to play out my spells as much as possible. Hey, that first game went so fast that I forgot to mention our newest Patreon supporter, Andreas Persson. An Inquisitor. Thank you very much, my friend. And he's in the Discord, and he's one of the Pauper fans. He's one of the Pauper players. So hope you like this one, my friend, even though it is a low-stakes play. We are dipping our toes into Pauper, and yeah, I'll probably play it for real. We'll see how today goes, though, right? It's a one-lander. I guess we are supposed to usually keep those. I don't think the land count for all the 5-0 lists would be so low if we weren't, right? 16 or sometimes 17 lands with a cycler is what I have been seeing. Okay, I guess we're supposed to play out the Lava Runner, but you could see, an argument for just playing out Forgotten Cave, getting either the Curse or the Thermo Alchemist guaranteed down next turn, and then taking it from there, but I think this is the higher upside play. And if they don't have removal here or a blocker, they do have removal. Okay, fair enough. All right. This is cool to run into this deck straight out of the gates because, like I said, Monoblack is probably one of the decks I'll be interested in if I do get into the format. Liliana's Spectre. ETB, each opponent discards a card. That's a little brutal. That's a little rough. Probably supposed to pitch one of these creatures. I'm going to pitch a Thermo Alchemist because we have 2 of them. Alrighty then. We rip Mountain. I think we got to get this Curse going. It's just like the thing that's guaranteed to turn on some of our other cards here. Also lets us have a mana-efficient turn because we'll be needle-dropping them, most likely. Chittering Rats, huh? Sure, so we kind of will unwind the damage from that with this needle drop. Another Keldon Marauders. Alright, time to lay out our creatures, I guess. We kind of get punished for this in a way if they have just, like, all the removal, but you guys, of course, more than ever, I'm interested in what your thoughts are here. Like I said, this is my literal first game ever of Pauper. First time ever playing Pauper. So, am I supposed to bring in Keldon Marauders in a matchup like this? I assume so, but I really don't know. Really don't know. Really couldn't tell you. Love to hear thoughts about Pauper as a whole, too, right? Like, I don't want to be somebody who's always chasing the next big thing, always questing for kind of the... Oh, what do we got here? We've got Chittering Rats attacking. I'm probably supposed to take the block with Marauder. They've showed me... I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I guess I should say more accurately, I'm probably going to. Sure. Like, if they have to spend a card on this, we come out ahead. But obviously I don't know what I'm playing around there. Seems like they've got something. Unearth. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Definitely rather have that on top than lose it, though, you know? But now they have, much better blocks, so, that was a good play from the opponent. So we ping them. I think we're probably supposed to attack with the Marauders, right? I don't mind the trade. I come out ahead on 2 life. I think I'm supposed to just kind of race here. And the opponent does just chump. I thought they kind of might, the little bit risky with a double block, right? Thermo Alchemist, of course, a really reasonable blocker in this spot. Sign in Blood. Okay, don't mind if you do. Doing our work for us to a not insignificant degree. Wonder if this is a good matchup for Burn. Probably, right? Okay, they've got the removal. We've got the ping. Ooh. Okay, I mean, we're losing that soon anyway, but our opponent does indeed have all of the removal. But if we peel one piece of action, we're very favored, right? They're already at 6, we're pinging them for 1 per turn. And we have peeled Thermo Alchemist, which is okay. Definitely happy to have anything that's a spell. But it's also definitely one of the less exciting ones we could have as far as I can tell. Okay, Chittering Rats. We are empty-handed. So this is a Gray Ogre. Opponent chipping in. You got it. Needle Drop. Cool. Seems really good here, actually. Another curse, okay. Might as well ping them before we let them draw, eh? GG. GG, Pauper Burn. Fun stuff. Let's go again. Let's go again. We gotta burn them out. Pretty cool first time Pauper. I'm enjoying it. Thus far, winning the die roll seems good. And this is a one-lander, but this one doesn't really function. I think this one should be a mulligan. Nothing's castable. And we're on the play. Send it back. Ew. Well, this one's better. We'll keep it. I think we pretty clearly bottom a Fire Blast, especially because Forgotten Cave cannot be sacked to it. I'm uncertain of sequencing here. Right now I'm leaning towards just playing the Forgotten Cave and saying go. That's what we're doing. I really want to be able to Searing Blaze a turn 1 play if they have it. Oh, it's a forest, but they don't have a turn 1 play. Ah, I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful. Is there any merit to just slow rolling the mountain? I doubt it, right? I doubt it. Let's play the Lava Runner, suspend a Rift Bolt, I guess. Oh, Burning Tree. Okay, I see you, I see you. Nest Invader. Yeah, alright. Point this one at the board, and I have no idea which one's better to hit. Really awkward draw of Skewer the Critics there. Well, that kind of sucks. Maybe I should have gone upstairs, and I don't know. I don't know. That definitely would be a much better turn, right? We go upstairs, then we get to Needle Drop or Skewer. Wild Mongrel. Discard a card +1/+1. Sure, okay. Kind of a beefy board from the opponent. Oof. Still missing the land. Still not really finding what we want to find, but Thermo Alchemist is at least a reasonable play. Just gonna take the hit from Wild Mongrel, I think, if they attack with it. Whoa, Rancor. Yeah. Yeah, definitely taking the hit now. Ooh. Alright, this seems like a tougher matchup for Burn. I mean, again, only first impressions here. Oh my god, double Rancor! Whoa! Bro, okay. Well, we are just gonna lose this one. I'm gonna take the hit. We gotta engineer trades and kills if we can. Next turn. Another Searing Blaze. Alright. We are just dead. Like, there are things we could do, maybe. Well, you know what? Nah, let's at least draw off a Needle Drop. Try to hit a land for a Searing Blaze? We did. Okay. How much credit do we want to give them for... I mean, yeah, we kind of have to hit the other thing, don't we? They're going to go to... Yeah. Yeah, we won't be dead unless they have a third ranker. I've never resolved a Searing Blaze before. This is how we do it, right? Sorry, I'm noobing all over the place here. First we'll ping. So the big question is going to be, are we going to Fire Blast the Wild Mongrel? We'll just see what they do. It's going to be tough for us to beat these rankers, though. It's always a card I've not enjoyed playing against, but you know, I'm playing removal decks usually in most formats, so... Quirion Ranger. Cool old card. Okay, you got it. Yeah. I think we take the hit here, right? Okay, opponent untapping the Mongrel. Lava Spike. Lava Spike, Lava Spike. Okay. Seems good. Seems good. And once again, we're going to do it with Fire Blast. Well, that felt pretty improbable to me, but we did get there. Awesome. Man, I'm not even good with this deck at all, and I have no idea what's going on in the format, but it seems like we've got a lot of game. We got a lot of game. So what did we see there? Searing Blaze, I think I definitely want. I could see Martyr of Ashes, and I guess Electrickery. They showed me some X2s, though. I think Ashes and Searing Blaze are like the two most exciting cards. Don't know what we're supposed to cut here. Maybe Gitu Lava Runner is kind of bad. Not really able to attack too well through them. I think I'm going to hold off on the Electrickeries until I see more of their deck. I mean, they're a green deck. Maybe they play more X1s than we saw there. I'll play one Electrickery over the third Lava Runner, and we'll see what happens. Double Chain Lightning, double Rift Bolt, triple Mountain. Alright. I suppose it is a keep. Looks like a hand that might be controlling the board. Nettle Sentinel. Okay. Ooh, the fourth mountain, that's an ugly draw. That is one ugly draw. We're a 17 land deck, right? So you hate to see that. Well, that's another X2. Another strike against Electrickery, I guess. I gotta say, I'm digging Pauper so far. Just like the cards that I'm seeing are making me very happy on both sides of the table. The Elf deck looks pretty cool. I looked at the Elf deck. The lists I saw are playing an amazing amount of non-green cards, and the land bases I'm seeing are all forests with one island and like one Sylvan Ranger to go get the island if they want to or if they need to. But I guess they're mostly just using like Birchlore Rangers to fix their mana, and that's pretty wild to me. I'm also, like, just again, first impressions, outsider looking in. I'm shocked at how low the land counts in general in Pauper are. Burn is definitely no exception, but low land counts are everywhere, man. They are everywhere. So opponent's hesitation here seems to be because, obviously, in a perfect world, you want to crack in with Nettle Sentinel and then untap it second main, but of course that's a little bit of a non-bow with Burning Tree Emissary, right? Once again, Rancor is not a card we want to see, obviously. Not a fan of that. Vault Scourge is a pretty annoying one, too. And everything we have is sorcery speed. I guess we're just kind of at least killing two things this turn. Seems pretty bad, right? We don't have any way to interact with the graveyard, so I'll yield to that. Needle Drop. Alright, well, suspend another Rift Bolt. I'm going to Chain Lightning the Vault Scourge. Feels bad, but definitely don't want the Lifelinker to hit at all, much less with a Rancor. So, okay, another Ranger. So, a card with a ton of utility. Definitely seems like a little bit of a weird fit in like what seems to be a mono-green beatdown deck, but just the sheer utility of this card is pretty wild. If nothing else, if they don't have a third land, they can bounce and replay a forest, right? Like, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Once again, we're still just controlling the board. Vines of Vastwood. Okay, blown out. Another Needle Drop. Okay, then. I guess now, belatedly, we're going to try to race. Think we're left with no choice. Curse of the Pierced Heart, definitely quite late. So we'll just use up our Needle Drops. Alright, Lava Spike, Curse. If they have even one more body to put on the board, or even one pump spell, I think we have about no chance here. We did turn the corner last time, but I don't see it happening this time. Especially with that draw of Mountain. Okay then. We are bluffing Lightning Bolt, and that's about all we can say for ourselves here. Maybe, just maybe, they don't shove all in, but even if they don't, I don't really know what we can draw. OP laying out the BTE. Okay, now they've got 4 mana. And they pass. Alright, we draw Lava Spike. Too little. Also too late. Alright, so I'm still kind of agnostic on the idea of playing Electrickery. Could kind of see going either way. Yeah, Keldon Marauders might be something that should be in here too, just because it's a big body along the ground, and we'll cut the final Lava Runner. I still kind of like 1 Electrickery. I'm going to trim 1 Needle Drop and maybe 1 just like a Lava Spike. That might be incorrect. It might be better to just like commit to racing them, especially on the play, but we're going to do like this, see what happens. No lander. Away with you, no lander. Alright, this looks like a keepable 6 for sure. Let's keep. And should we bottom 1 of the curses? Probably. Then again, you know, this early, maybe they represent enough damage where it's better. I'm not sure at all. I'll bottom 1 of them. And I'm just going to Chain Lightning upstairs. We're just trying to race here. That would have been a really nice 7. Sadly, we are making do with a pretty okay 6. And we shall see what happens. Nettle Sentinel. Alright. Where is Searing Blaze when you need it? Play the curse pass to you. Some of the burn lists I saw play only 3 of this card, but I reasoned that I would rather, another list I saw played 3 Blaze main, 1 Blaze side, kind of like exactly like I'm doing here, and I reasoned that when I'm new to the format and when I'm making that deck building decision with no experience or expertise involved, I'm going to lean on the side of the more consistent, proactive, less conditional, less reactive thing. So we got 4 curse, but, I could see this 4th curse being a flex slot. That 17th land that we play in the form of Forgotten Cave seems to kind of be the flex slot. Opponent with a really nice zoo start here. Sentinel into Burning Tree into Wild Mongrel. We've drawn Chain Lightning. Let me get the Marauders down. Really good blocker against this board, right? I also thought about holding that mountain, but I think the incentives of being able to triple spell next turn, if we draw another 1-drop, are higher than being able to draw one of our Searing Blazes, but those are kind of the two considerations. If I draw a 4th land, I'm going to hold that one. Yeah, dude, playing with old border cards makes me so happy. Hey, there's the concession. Yo, we're 2-0 with Burn. It's only the lobby. It's only the lobby, but based on my glancing at the meta, these are 2 meta decks that we've been playing against, and the opponents seem to have been playing well both games. So, hey, a promising debut. It went in the die roll every time, like it's meant to be. This is a 1-lander, but this is a keepable 1-lander, I would say. Most certainly. Most certainly more keepable than any of the other 1-landers we have seen. Concession. Okay. Going to sideboarding? What? Okay, leaving the match. Sure. 3-0. Nah, we can't count that one. Or can we? I don't know. There's the lobby for you. There's the lobby for you. That'll happen. See? Now we didn't win the die roll. This is a really sweet keep, though. Definitely a fan of this one. We've got a little bit of everything. A very well-balanced hand. Bajuka Bog. Well, because we have Searing Blaze in hand, as an answer for a turn 2 creature, I'm just going to start racing right now, Chain Lightning. And if they don't present a target, we can just play Thermo Alchemist and start getting our... Whoa, Orzhov Basilica bouncing Bajuka Bog. Okay, as long as there are 2 or more instants or sorceries, that's unfortunate. A little bit non-Bowie all around here. So I guess we are going to play Alchemist. This is going to allow us next turn to ping and then skewer and then deploy a hasty Lava Runner if we have nothing else that we need to do or prefer to do. So just getting us more pings total. So this all assumes our Alchemist survives, though, and we're against an Orzhov deck, so it is far from guaranteed. Wow, Castigate? Sure. Non-land card will be exiled. Man, Pauper's wild. Look at this card. Needle Drop. Interesting, and their Bajuka Bog making our Lava Runner plan worse, for sure. But hey, would you look at that? We drew another Needle Drop. So I'm going to begin there, actually. Drawing a 3rd land seems like it'd be good. Haha, we did it. Gonna have a nice turn here. All right. Doing burn things. Fire Blast seems like it's just ridiculously good in this deck, because Even if they have, like, Wrench Mind here, like we saw game 1, you know, ping him with Alchemist, hit him for 4. Opponent's in a whole lot of trouble there. Hope you guys are having fun with the low stakes. I like playing in the tournament practice lobby a fair amount, as long as you're against real decks with opponents playing at an appreciable pace. Exile target creature. They're going to exile our Alchemist, huh? We're definitely pinging in response. And then there's a non-zero consideration to fire blasting them to 4, pinging them again, putting them to 3. But I don't think that's quite worth it to get the... It's really only 1 extra point of damage we can fire blast whenever we need to, right? So I'm just not going to. This Bajuka Bog loop is keeping our Lava Man down. Lava Runner down, but I think we'll be okay. Needle Drop, I like it. Alright, so opponent goes to 5. They're at a virtual 1. Okay, Thermo Alchemist. Yeah. Don't see how the opponent gets out of this one. Shy of main deck life gain. They know about our Fire Blast too, so... I guess they could have double removal and we could brick too. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, guys, I do hope you're having fun here, despite the stakes not being high. This is how I learn. This is how I learn a new format. Yeah, they got Victim of Night, sure. Bajuka Bog, sure. They are still dead on board. Okay. I guess it's technically better practice to hardcast the Rift Bolt here, because then we can still Fire Blast after. The alternative would be concealing information, right? By not showing the Rift Bolt. These are funny things to consider. Yeah, I guess I'm going to follow a similar practice as I did against the Monoblack deck. I'm going to bring in my Keldon Marauders, and I'm going to trim... What did I even trim? Searing Blazes. Seems okay. Seems okay. Yeah, so when I dive into a new format, I consult trusted experts, and in this case, we've got some really... some people I really like on my Discord who have some Pauper experience and some Pauper knowledge, so I will be consulting them. I will be reading articles and taking in information, and also looking at online gameplay, but there's not that much Pauper gameplay out there. Therefore, it might be even cooler for me to start playing Pauper seriously on the channel as well. Might be a niche that people aren't covering well enough. On the other hand, maybe there's just not that much organic interest in it. I don't want to make a bunch of Pauper videos that only get 500 views, right? So we'll see how it goes. You guys let me know. Opponent will mulligan. We will also have to mulligan this no-lander. Mulligan to a one-lander, but it's a pretty fine one. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to bottom Fire Blast and just assume we're going to draw the second land. Fire Blast is useless if we don't anyway. And everything else seems good. Oh, there's our nemesis, the Bajuka Bog again. Second land right on cue. Never, didn't have it. Spend the Rift Bolt, pass to you. Barrenmoor, Bajuka Bog, Duress. Opponent with plenty of old border cards over there too, you love to see it. So down goes Lightning Bolt. Don't really need that third mount that we just drew. Chainer's Edict. Okay. Bouncing Barrenmoor. Orzhov Basilica is kind of spicy in their deck. Oof. Here comes the flood. Here comes the flood. I'm just going to play around discard effects by dumping out the hand here. That's all we can realistically do. We miss out on a trigger from Alchemist, but that is what it is. Better than losing the Lava Spike to a Duress. Or a Castigate. Or whatever else could be in this format. Look at that! See my mid-range instincts kicking in. I smell when a discard spell is imminent. An opponent redeploying Barrenmoor. Circle of Protection red? Yo, that's a brutal one. Drawing another land is really bad here. We're starting to lose... images on new cards. That is annoying. That does reduce my enjoyment here. I guess I might restart the client after this game and keep playing a little bit more for you after that. Opponent with a Read the Bones. Shocking themselves, but also refueling the old hand. Alright, we gotta stop flooding. Gotta stop flooding. Skewer. Okay. It's a thing. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. I should have tapped this while they were tapped out. I knew we were trading this for the Circle of Protection activation. Yeah, that was just bad. Forgot all about that. Alright, well, we're going to really struggle to beat Circle of Protection red, I think, in this situation, in this context. Yeah. It's possible that it was better even just to slow roll that first skewer, although drawing the second skewer would have kind of punished us for that, but that still might have been a more optimal play than the one I made anyway. But yeah, obviously I should have gotten the extra 1 point of damage in. They should have been at 7. Rift Bolt, huh? Guess we're going to try to overload them all on one turn if we can. With both of these being conditional, you know, Skewer and Rift Bolt both being conditional, it's kind of sketchy to slow roll them in a way. And they have discard, which does really punish us. As I was about to say, that's the other issue here. Double Castigate? What? Alright. Well. Here's my mountain. Circular Protection is quite brutal. Opponent just firing off these draw 2, lose 2, but they have Scoured Barrens, gaining them a life back. Okay. Just gotta keep saying go here. Try to draw as many different named pieces of action as possible. Protection from monocolored, 2/3. Okay. Lots of hate flying around for us. Draw lightning bolt's pretty sweet, I guess. They have a life gain piece, like, okay. Probably can't beat this unless we just really gas out. Add colorless, you gain 1 life. Knight's Whisper, you draw 2 and lose 2? That's a bold move. That is a bold move, because if they don't have life gain and if we draw a lava spike here, they're dead. Rift Bolt. Count it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is... Yeah, you can do that. You can do this more than once per turn. I don't know why I was thinking that. Okay, never mind. Opponent just can't lose from there. Okay. Circular Protection red. Pretty annoying card to face. I won't lie. Pretty annoying card to face. The only other thing I'm seeing is maybe Molten Rain to try to really get some free win potential. You know, hitting in Orzhov Basilica could be good. It advances the clock, too. I think I might play it on the play. I don't know how correct it is, but we're trying out different stuff. Let's try that out. They play a fair amount of removal. We could side away from creatures to make their removal worse, or we could side away, like, trim around the edges. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm going to cut 1 curse and 2 lava runners. It could be wrong to cut the lava runners, make no mistake. But we shall see how it goes. Yeah, I was completely forgetting that you could activate that multiple times. This is a fine keep. Definitely a really strong hand on the play. Kick it off with a Chain Lightning. There's our Molten Rain. We draw the 3rd land and they're in for it. And they're in for it. Oh boy. What if they just go Orzhov Basilica pass and we just go land Molten Rain? That's what we want here. That's what we need. We can even get a free ping off of it. They're not doing it. Swamp. Knight's Whisper. Okay. And then they have to discard to hand size. Oh, okay. A little strange. Just gonna get another Thermo Alchemist down. Play for the highest upside in the long term, I guess. Forsaken Sanctuary. What a world. What a time to be alive. Hey, there's the Basilica. Bouncing Bajuka Bog. Cycling Barrenmoor. Alright, we need to draw that land for Molten Rain. It's going to be awesome if we do. And step, ping you. Alright, untapped land. Opponent discarding the hand size yet again. Ah, instead we draw another Molten Rain? For a moment. At least we get to have a good turn here. I think before they have removal, I'm just... Or, like, life gain or prevention. I don't know what I'm supposed to play around, right? So I'm just main phasing all this stuff. And for the millionth time this league, Fire Blast is the finisher. That was incredible. What a turn 4 kill. Well, the images started coming back, so I guess we just keep playing. We're 5, what are we, 4-0 something? 4-0, I think. Maybe only 3-0, maybe 4-0 if we count them leaving, which we shouldn't. I don't remember. We're crushing them with Burn. This is fun, guys. This is all kinds of fun. And this really does feel like a totally different format to Modern, whereas when I look at Legacy right now and I look at Pioneer, they're too modern. They're too modern for me. And again, I love Modern, but right now, it's not my favorite it's ever been, to say the least. We can keep this. So when we think about the short term, and maybe when we think about the long term, maybe Pauper is the best alternative to Modern, the best foil to Modern, if you will. You guys, as always, let me know. Let me know. Oh, we're against Burn. It's the mirror match, but the opponent mulled the 5. Well, you're going to Lava Spike us. We're going to Lava Spike you right back. Or should we be... Actually, we should Chain Lightning while they're tapped out, right? I've never used Chain Lightning before. But I think on average, we don't want to give them the chance to Chain Lightning us back. So even though Chain Lightning can control the board, we have another one in hand. Wait a minute. What am I missing here? How did they pay 2? Chain Lightning deals 3 damage to any target. Then that player or that player's controller may pay 2 red. Oh my god, okay. I'm sorry. It's their turn. It's their turn. I was like, what's going on? What just happened to us? It was their turn. That's what happened. I was like, how did they pay for the Chain Lightning? Noob moment. Opponent's on a 1-lander. We've got lethal in hand. Life is good. Life is good. We're going to turn 3 them? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Bolt you. Cycle a Forgotten Cave because we can. Oh no, we don't quite have it because we can only sack once. Got it. Not quite a turn 3, but close. I wonder how often you're supposed to leave up stuff in case they have... leave up mana in case they have a Chain Lightning, right? So lots of things we can draw are lethal. Everything from Needle Drop to... Hey, there it is. There's Needle Drop. Might as well play a curse before we sack. Fire Blast coup de grace. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. In the burn mirror, what do we do, guys? What do we do? Don't think I want much of this. Is Keldon Marauders good in the burn mirror? Is Searing Blaze good in the mirror? I don't know. I have no earthly clue. I think Keldon Marauders is good, but that might be incorrect. I don't know how to rate Searing Blaze. I think I'm going to trim 1, but that might be wildly... Yeah, that might be terrible. Maybe we're supposed to bring this one in. Because, you know, if we don't answer their Lava Runners or Thermo Alchemists, assuming they're on the same type of deck, then we're in big trouble. And maybe they play Keldon Marauders too. I don't know. I'm going to trim, like, a Curse, 2 Needle Drops, just trimming some of the less impressive racing stuff, I guess, and only play 2 Keldon Marauders. This is all very, very, very possibly incorrect. Well, our hand is slow, but it's functional. I guess I'm keeping, but I'm not sure if this is a winning keep. I'd be much happier on the play with this. Okay, the third land, huh? The third land. Not really an exciting draw. Opponent on another one-lander, though. Really? Really, huh? I think I'm going to play Curse, just on the off chance that they have a Searing Blaze that they're hanging on to. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's better to make them have it and play the Alchemist for a higher upside, but it is a similar upside anyway, because it's not like we have a hand chock full of easily castable instants and sorceries, right? I mean, if only just casts like 1 Lava Spike style effect per turn, we're still probably going to lose. Especially drawing another Thermo Alchemist, like, we are kind of drawing the clunk. Kind of just drawing the clunk here. Okay, there's the land. But it's not Searing Blaze, they have to Lightning Bolt the board. That's pretty great, honestly. Okay, we've drawn a Rift Bolt. I think it's just another Alchemist, and they might have another Lightning Bolt. But another Alchemist, another Curse. Keldon Marauders. Okay, if the opponent played it, I assume it's supposed to be in, because I assume it's not also their first day of Pauper, right? Let's hope. Let's hope so. Alright, Lava Spike. So we're going to get to go off. We're going to get to go off. Let's figure out whether we have lethal. Okay, so 11, 8 with Rift Bolt, 7 with the ping. Yeah, we have lethal, alright? Yeah. Ooh, no, because we don't quite have the mana to do everything. We still might have it. I'm just gonna go. And there it is. Curse has taken him down. All right, we 2-0 the mirror. We're 5-0 or something like that. Burning them out. Maybe we will... I don't know if we want to play till we lose, or I might stop here after this one. We'll see. I don't want to necessarily restart the client now that we've come this far and all that. We'll see how the images look this time around. Opponent says, hi, good luck, have fun. Same to you. Opponent will mulligan. This looks like a very good one-lander to me. We'll keep it, especially on the draw. We've been lucky enough to have like justifiable one-land keeps while also being on the draw, which is probably the most attractive time to be on the draw if you're on a burn deck, right? Okay, opponent on a blue deck. Ash Barrens, basic land cycling for a snow-covered forest. Okay. Three curses in hand. Yeah, I can think of worse things. Gotta hit that second land next turn, though. That'd be great. Nalea's Presence. Enchanted land is every basic land type in addition to other types. Okay. Bolt you. Let's draw land. We did not draw land, but we opened on all 4 lightning bolts, which seems pretty good. You know, if you're going to be stuck on one land, you might as well draw all of the bolts. So, opponent on some multicolored pile there. Whoa. Whoa, it's a domain deck. Matka Rioter, so it's a 5/5 for 3 in their deck, effectively. Okay, we'll see if we can erase this. Come on, land. No land. Dang. All right. Rift Bolt, again, a reasonable draw if we're missing the lands, though. We can see what they're going to do this turn, and then we can decide whether we want to double spell the Rioters or just ignore them and go upstairs. Yeah, I think this will be my last one either way. I'm having fun, though. Having all kinds of fun. Pauper. Pauper, Pauper, Pauper. Do a little bit more reading, a little more research, a little bit of more maybe off-camera gameplay in the lobby, and then if you guys want, if you guys are into it, I'll play a league with this deck. Oh my goodness, Muldrifter. Okay. Okay, so they have a green open. I think, I don't know if they're playing any kind of pump or protection. I think I'm just gonna race. I think I'm just gotta race at this point, but could be incorrect. But between the potential for protection and between the fact that they just refueled a bit with Muldrifter, makes 2-for-1ing ourselves to control the board and extend the game less attractive. So upstairs we go. Still nothing. I think we have to needle drop now. Just trying to dig. There we go. Cool. Definitely would have been better to hit it naturally, right? But Kasali Pride Mage. I did not realize this was a common. That's a strong card. Seems like a strong card in this format. Just like a bear with Exalted that can turn into a clunky disenchant. Seems pretty sweet. But it's not really changing the clock so far. Alright, Bolt you. Third land would be pretty good here. Rift Bolt A. Yep, that'll have to be good enough, and I think it probably will be, but again, I don't obviously know what I'm up against. If they have any kind of pump or haste, I'm dead. Or I have to bolt the board, perhaps. This is what I mean, the images are like not loading and then they load after a little while. KOP with another Muldrifter, which I do not care in the least about. Alright, if they play Pump, if they play Lightning Bolt, if they play many things, we are dead. Tribal Flames. Yeah. That will definitely do it. Okay. A domain deck. Seems kind of tough. They also seem like they had a pretty darn good progression, though. Martyr of Ashes, I think I like. I think I probably want Searing Blaze, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Molten Rain is kind of spicy. Yeah, hitting their enchanted land seems fine. Keldon Marauders seems playable. That's a lot of cards to bring in, though. So what could we be interested in cutting if we're going to sideboard that heavily? Maybe Gitu Lava Runner is just kind of outclassed by their stuff for the most part. I'm going to try to sideboard very heavily on our last time out here. It might be wrong. Right? But I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to side out the curses because Kasali Pride Mage is pretty good against those. And it's just also kind of a relatively low-impact card, maybe, against their strategy. I think this is perfectly reasonable. I don't claim it's optimal, but in light of my lack of knowledge, I kind of like it. We'll see. All right. This is a fine keep. A fine keep, I would say. Turn 1 Ash Barrens for snow-covered plains, huh? Okay. Rift Bolt resolves Needle Drop. So I still think I'm supposed to play Thermo Alchemist, but if they kill it, then I'll regret that because we're giving up our Spectacle and our Needle Drop, but I think, still should be looking for the higher upside of this card. I don't think it's that likely they're going to kill it on their turn 2, right? But what do I know? Nah, Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay. We can still get some good stuff going with the Keldon Marauders. It's still an enabler for the things we like to enable. And I suppose it will just be a Needle Drop here. Trying to keep curving out, and Skewer is now no longer dead, even if they manage to answer the Marauders as well, because we've hit the 3rd land drop. And they're bolting the Marauders too, so they're playing a good control game here. Well, that Needle Drop definitely makes me want to just go Spike you, Needle you, Skewer you. And hope they don't have Weather the Storm. Can you imagine? That would be a grand way to lose here at the end of a very good run. And it's all kind of perfect because we get to make the 4th land drop and cycle Forgotten Cave. Oh god, I was so afraid of Weather the Storm, but it is only Ash Barrens. Oh man. That would have just been the KO. That would have been the concession immediately. We got the opponent down on the ropes here. They've got a full grip, though. Core Skyfisher. Yeah, sure. It's the type of play that makes me think they don't have a 4th land in hand, but might be wrong. Maybe it's just kind of the best they have got. We draw Thermo Alchemist and Lightning Bolt. Couple of very reasonable finds. They've got another bolt of their own. Okay. Sure. I'm sure there was a non-zero amount of consideration to firing off the Lightning Bolt there to play around Weather the Storm, but I'm going to be a little more judicious with it than that, I think. They're just passing, huh? Alright, I'm going to go for it here. I'm getting real nervous about that card. They sure do have it. For somebody who's literally never played the format before, I'm predicting some stuff. I'm sad to be correct about that one though. Oh boy. Oh boy, we draw a mountain after that. Okay, that was bad. That was pretty bad. Five color Mid-range pile. You hate to see it. Okay, Searing Blaze. Well, I'm definitely just going to go for it. Quite a decent play if it resolves. It halves their clock and gives us just way more time to keep ripping burn and try to keep fading hate cards like weather. That's not burn at all, that's a mountain, but maybe we'll draw another Searing Blaze again. If we just keep drawing mountain Searing Blaze for the rest of the game, that could probably get us there. OP main phasing another Core Skyfisher. 2/3 flyers for 2. Alright, come on, Searing Blaze. Skewer the critics! Oh, I don't know. Okay, I mean, I get Lightning Bolt, but Skewer, huh? Yeah, I mean, we're dead. We draw a Lava Spike, we are dead. So we've lost, my friends. We've lost our first one. We went, I think, 5-1 here in the lobby. Opponent was really nice. We'll say GG, well played. And we're out. We're outie. All right, guys. Well, that was my first outing with Pauper. Let me know what you think. You want to see me play Pauper? You let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you don't want to see me play Pauper and you have a good reason why you don't, you let me know as well. Again, the idea here is that this represents a genuine alternative to Modern, but it will not replace Modern. Right now, my will to play Modern is at a low ebb, so I'm like, I don't want to play Modern that much. I still want to play it some, but I'm not chomping at the bit to play like I often am when the meta is more enjoyable to me. However, I want to keep bringing you content, I want to stay in touch with Magic, and I want to have fun, frankly, here on the channel with you and in my own right. So if I feel that way about Modern, increasingly, again, given power creep and given recent design, Pioneer is going to feel kind of the same way. Like, if Modern feels great, Pioneer probably feels pretty cool, but if Modern feels less appealing, Pioneer also probably feels less appealing, right? So the idea with Pauper, and I don't have any experience to speak of with Legacy either, but I think Legacy these days is a lot more similar to Modern than something like Pauper is. So again, the idea with Pauper is to play something that lets me bring you content if myself and or my viewers are not as into Modern as we sometimes are, then we can go to Pauper. And even when Modern's great, we can occasionally spice it up with Pauper. I hoped Pioneer would be that for me and for the channel. Again, unless something radically changes with how they curate the Pioneer ban list, I don't really see it. Not that I'll never play Pioneer again, nothing like that, but it's not a compelling alternative to Modern for me right now. It feels a lot of the things that are going on in Pioneer are a lot of the things that I'm less than impressed with in Modern. So Pauper would be the secondary format, at least for my consideration. I'll always play Pioneer for donation leagues and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm rambling. You guys let me know what you think about Pauper. I want to play Burn in Pauper to learn the format, but in the medium term, I'm looking at Elves. I'm definitely looking, as always, at a black-based interactive deck. I think the Monoblack control deck looks really sweet, but that's a slightly bit more of an investment, but that's not that big a deal because Pauper's quite cheap overall. But more importantly, it is more tunable and more mastery rewarding, I think, just by glancing at it. So I want to play more linear, more proactive things to get my footing in the meta and in the format, and then perhaps make Monoblack control my main Pauper deck going into the future. if I end up liking it and if you all end up liking it and all that. So once again, let me know what you think. And yeah, if you have any advice about Pauper Burn, whether it be stuff you saw me do here or generic, like you can point me toward good write-ups about Burn, good content about Pauper Burn, sideboard guides, whatever, I will definitely take advantage of that. So hit me up in the comments below. If you're a veteran Pauper player, I'd love to hear your specific thoughts too. Otherwise, thank you once again to all Patreon supporters, including our newest one, an Inquisitor, Andreas Persson, and a Pauper player himself, if I'm not getting things twisted, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for some fun, no-stakes lobby games where we just got to sling some bolts, some chain lightnings, some fire blasts. Okay, how cool is it to finish people off almost every game with this fire blast card from Visions? Freaking awesome. Old border cards make me so happy, and we've got some of them here, and we've got a really interesting format. Yeah, that's about all I have for you today. Stay tuned to the channel, because we have more Modern coming up, even though I was just talking about how the Pauper could become an alternative to Modern on the channel. Still got more Modern coming up. We've got a donation league or two in the queue. Some really interesting stuff is a brew there. And who knows what else we've got for you. More Grim Tidings, which people have been liking. And perhaps a league with this very deck that you're looking at here. I hope you stick around for all that. Please hit subscribe if you have not already done so. And I will see you for the next one. Hope everybody out there has a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.